know it's early. It is early. Good morning. Saturday morning. Hey. Good morning to everyone. Good morning. Come in and hit the like button. Y'all, we had so much fun in our live last night. So much fun in the live stream. I appreciate all of you all for getting in the live last night. I know it's early. People aren't used to me being on this early. Good morning, good morning. Come on in here. Good morning. Come on in here. Good morning. How y'all doing? Hey, Saint. How goes it? Shout out to my mods. We had a fantastic live last night. Everybody was up in there. Everybody came in the live. What's going on, Magnificent? What's going on, Skeeter? Good morning to you. How you doing? Miss K, what's happening? Y'all, we had one of the best lives. I have to say, one of the best lives I've had in a while on Umar. It was absolutely awesome. Shout out to you, Miss K, for the photos. Shout out to Uncle Mo TV for all the videos, the exclusive video footage. He had footage. Man, we had a great show. And, you know, we got to talk to one of the Umartardians. That's what I call Umar supporters. Umartardians. Y'all see, it's not so bad when you talk to them and you challenge them the right way. You know what I'm saying? They don't come with the name calling and all of that. You know, all of them don't have to do. They don't have to do that. We just ask questions. Ask questions they can't answer. And I don't ask questions I don't already know the answers to. That's what makes it so fun. I ask questions I already know the answers to. But we just ask some questions. And James couldn't answer. You know, there's going to be plenty more like him. And none of them will be able to answer. What's going on, everybody? Speak to everybody. How y'all doing? Yeah, I had so much fun. And I always want people to see, you know, healthy dialogue can happen. Even though they don't really have much to say. It could have been a bot. It could have been a real person. But it's clearly someone that's giving some money. And we're just going on what they said, right? Somebody that's giving Umar all this money all these years. And they don't think to challenge him on getting a website or a bus. It's crazy. It sounds like a bot. Some people just sound like a bot. Like, there's no way this is a real person. It's a real person. It's a real person. It's just, let's say it's a real person. All right, let's give them the credit of being a real person. You got to imagine that's how most of them sound. 90% of them sound like James Miller. But with asking some real legitimate questions, most of them won't be able to answer. They end up having to admit the truth. Okay, there's no school website. Okay, 6.5 years, it should be one. That's what they don't get. It should be one. They're not making demands of Umar because they're scared of Umar. That's the difference. They can call us whatever they want to call us, but Umar supporters are cowards. They're scared of Umar. They're scared of being kicked out of the boys club, or, you know, the girls club. They're scared of being kicked out of the inner circle. And that's the problem. So, you know, I put out a challenge to all of the Umar supporters out there. Why don't you all bombard his email and demand that he schedules a tour? But all of you ought to be able to go into both buildings, tour every inch of the buildings, inside and out, and make him point out exactly where your money has been going. I mean, to me, that's the basic. Ask him about the website. When are you going to get a website? Umar, I know you watch because you're a clown. I know you watch. When are you going to get a website? You got people holding you to the fire, and you're sitting here talking about haters. No one's hating. We want you to get shit done. When are you going to put up the website, Umar? That's something his supporters push for, because they're the ones giving him money. They're feeding his behind little ginger ale. hog mogs and pig feet. Y'all understand? Y'all just paying for his life. Y'all funding his lifestyle. Until he shows you all proof, you're funding his lifestyle. Don't take my word for it. Make him go into that school building and take you all with him. And let you all roam through the buildings. Take all the footage you want. Take all of the photos you want. Of all the bus drivers, all the employees, the staff, who's doing what, how much they getting paid. Make them show you all of that. Y'all the ones sitting back. Deep down, you're embarrassed, and you shouldn't be. A lot of people giving money and decided, you know what, I'm not helping this clown no more. But for those who are still feeling like, you're embarrassed, don't be. Just make him show you where your money's gone. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Y'all, we had a good time.
In half a mile, turn left onto Georgia 92 South.
Yeah, picking up my son. Y'all can't be scared. Y'all cannot be scared of the Umar Tardian. Don't be scared of the Umar Tardian. All right? Umar is big, but he's still a cockroach on the inside.
At the light, turn left onto Georgia 92 South.
Yeah, he might be big, but he's still a cockroach on the inside. Yeah, man. Don't let him scare y'all. Y'all giving him money. Don't let him scare you. Like, look, we ain't scared of you. We just want to know where our money's going.
Continue on Georgia 92 South for 1.5 miles.
That's all we want. Where is our money going? Boy, so if you get more of the Umar Tardians, the Umar supporters, we're not calling you names. That's the name we gave him. So, unfortunately, because you all supporting him, that's the name you get. Umar Tardians. You giving him your money? Make it worth your while. Make the money worth your while. And demand an in-school tour. Demand the website. Make some demands. And what he's going to see is a dwindling of people giving him money because he won't even meet y'all demands. That's some cowardice stuff. That's a coward. You won't meet my demands? It's like going into a store and you go in and you go buy some eggs and milk. Can you imagine the cashier telling you all, you can't buy this egg and this milk. You got to go back and get something else. You know, this is what I want to buy with my money, right? Okay. So you going to have that cashier tell you what you should and should not buy? And they can't give you a reason why you should go out and switch out the eggs and the milk. You just going to let them tell you what kind of eggs and milk.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto White Mill Road.
Is that what you're telling me? So you just going to let the cashier tell you what type of eggs and milk to buy without challenging the cashier. A cashier that works in a store. You just going to let them tell you. You just going to let them tell you what type of eggs and milk to buy. Yeah, I got to route.
In a quarter mile, make a U-turn.
I know. This car was all up on my behind, y'all. I hate that. Yeah, we got to do a U-turn. Sorry. You going to let that cashier tell you what you going to buy. Is that what I'm hearing? Umar Tardians? You going to let the cashier tell y'all what type of eggs and milk you should buy? Is that what y'all doing?
At the stop sign, turn right onto Georgia 92 South, then turn right onto White Mill Road.
I'm trying to get to my kids. Good Lord. That's what Umar is. Umar is just a cashier, y'all. In a store. That's all he is.
Take the next right onto White Mill Road.
Okay, good. I can just turn this off. This thing's getting on my nerve. Good child.
Continue on White Mill Road for 1 mile.
I'm getting my oldest on. Hopefully my reception doesn't go out. Y'all, that's all Umar is. He's just a cashier in the store. He's just a cashier. Y'all gonna let Umar tell you all what eggs and milk to buy when you know you want to buy the good stuff. He's trying to tell y'all to buy the garbage. That's all he is. Look at the tax form. Umar is just an executive director listed. Just the director on the tax forms. Just a director. A position that could be replaced by anyone else. Think about it. He's just a director. He's not important. He's not more important than that. Just a director. So a director should be telling you all to put money in his PayPal. The director of the school should not be telling you all to send him cash apps and it's not going to the school. The director can't predicate when you all go in and out of school.
Turn right onto Nathaniel Lane.
The director shouldn't be doing that, right? The director is the director of the school. They fall under someone's leadership. That means whoever owns the buildings and owns FDMG LLC,
take the next right onto Nathaniel Lane.
They're the big boss. Umar is just a director. He's nobody. That's all I'm saying.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Samara Court.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to get these directions off here. Alright. Yeah, that's all he is, y'all. That's all he is. So I'm just trying to get you all to understand how unimportant Umar is in this whole scheme. I mean, he's a pyramid scam. He's a whole pyramid scheme unto himself. He's a con artist. But when it comes to the FDMG, he don't really have any power with it because he's not trying to open it. There is no school. So he shouldn't be making any demands about somebody just giving him money and he can't give you all a tour. Or he can't tell you all where a website address at. Or where the bus is at. He can't tell y'all none of that because it doesn't exist. That's all I'm saying. Don't let the cashier tell you what type of eggs and milk to buy. Tell the cashier to keep on kicking rocks. Don't let the cashier tell you what type of eggs and milk you can't get. They're just the cashier. They don't run nothing. That's all. It's that simple, y'all. Umar's just the cashier. Umar, you can kiss my ass, bro. I don't care nothing about how you feel. You say whatever you want to say. He still ain't got no damn job. Oh, the Umar Tardians. They're special people. Umar is not a person. He's a place. He's so unimportant. Okay. All right, y'all. Get my kid. Child. It's something else. But, yeah, we had a good time. Umar intellectual. Hey, Bougie. What's going on? Hey, French. How y'all doing? I heard another clown was looking for me. That's unimportant. Don't be scared. I know, right? Don't be scared. Make him let y'all in that school. What's going on, information man show? Did James ever send over any proof of his claims? No, he didn't. He never emailed anything. He never emailed anything. Never emailed anything. So, nah, he didn't send over nothing. So, if at any time, I told James, I sent him my email address 2 or 3 times. At any time Umar Tardians want to send over any proof to me, don't send me no junk. I don't care about if I'm getting photos and videos and stuff like that, you know, and I can get this from anyone that's going to the school. Why aren't they going to the school? Especially if you live in the city of Wilmington. If you are an Umar supporter, if you are an Umar Tardian, why don't you go to the school and take photos yourself? Why y'all scared? Take some photos yourself. He didn't send me anything, and I kept telling him, send it to me. He doesn't have to send it to me from any email with his name on it. He could have sent it to me anonymous, and I would still pull it up. But they're scared to go to the school because they know the reality. They know the reality of, I told my son I'd be here in like 15 minutes. They know the reality of the school itself is not opening. And it's like they don't want to face that reality. They don't want to face the reality that this school is not going to open. If we take photos, we have to face this reality. We have to face what we're looking at is what we've been seeing for 6.5 years, with the exception of a mural and the doors and one sign and maybe the grass cut and a fence. We have to face the reality that this building is not open and has mold all over it, black mold. And they don't want to face that reality. But that, I mean, I'm not here to snap them out of La La Land, because trying to convince the Umar Tardians that, you know, in their mind, trying to convince them that they need to stop supporting him and all this other stuff, all that does, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something, all it does, it basically, okay, yeah, it basically forces them to have to say, you know what, we've been giving all this money, he ain't gonna do nothing. And if they really try to challenge him, he's gonna cuss them out. That's all he's gonna do. He's just gonna go off. Umar going back to Caesars in Vegas to win $2 million. Is it? Maybe he's growing weed. Now, we saw wine bottles that you get from either the mini bar or hotel. I mean, like airline flights, the little wine bottles. In one of the photos Miss K sent. Shout out to Miss K. There were like 3 little wine bottles or alcohol bottles, like a single serve bottle of alcohol. 3 of them on the ground, on a school ground. If he went to that school, calling himself going inside the gym, why didn't he walk around and pick up the trash? Umar could have worn some gloves. He could have got one of those little picker scooper uppers with the trash thing with the handle. He didn't have to use his hands. He could go get one of those little handles where you can scoop up trash, pick up trash, like a claw. And he could have just went around the building and picked up trash. Why he didn't do that? That's all I'm saying. Why didn't he go around the building and pick up trash if he's going to go in the building and be live? Like, you go live and you in that raggedy, clunky gym, hoarding all that nonsense. He's got his personal items in there. Shoes and clothes in there. He's got his personal stuff in there. And he couldn't even go around the building to pick up the trash. Like simple things. He talking about he working. He didn't do nothing. All he did was walk around, talk shit, sing, breathe, snort, huff and puff, and that was it. Y'all, you can't make this up. He didn't do anything. So, you know, it's just that's where we at. He knows that it's pretty much done. People aren't going to keep donating to it like that. His more ardent supporters are scared to say something, and if they try to challenge him, he knows that they're going to get blocked. After years of donating, James knows he's going to get blocked if he tries to challenge him. But why are you scared of him? This man does not pay your bills. He does not pay your mortgage. He does not pay your rent. He does not have to take care of your children or your families or buy food or clothes or any of that. He doesn't have to do any of that. He didn't clean up nothing. Those are liquor store. Why the supporters can't go inside the school when the parents get to go inside? Exactly. And the windows, you all, are two-way mirrors, the windows. So, you know, the windows are like not even, to me, they're inappropriate for that type of building. You don't put up no two-way windows, those two-way mirrors for windows on a school building. So it wouldn't pass inspection. He knows all these things. But it's the only way he's still grifting and conning people out of money. Times like these, you don't have a Charlemagne or Mark Lamont to really snap him in check. Why don't they go to the school? Mark Lamont, you want to talk about putting a black man down and all of that? Okay, go. Why don't you go and encourage him and lift him up and go inside that school and record? Even Mark Lamont and Charlemagne are scared of him. They're scared of him. They're cowards. They're scared of him. They won't get him on the phone. If Mark Lamont is so close to him, he can call this man and say, look, I need to see a website or something, and I want to schedule a tour to go inside these buildings and to tour every corner of these buildings. Because people are starting to get weary and they don't know what's happening with these buildings. So let me go in there with a few of your other, ardent supporters, your diehard supporters. Let us go in the building and let us record. Let us show them what it looks like. Challenge us. Because we sure going up there. People who don't, even if you don't hate Umar, I don't hate Umar. I just don't like the fact that he's scamming. He's an asshole. He's a con artist. The end. It's not about a love or hate. How I feel about him as an individual, neutral. Feel nothing. I don't like scammers and con artists. That's all I'm saying. So why he not challenging Umar the same way? We don't have to hate the man to hold him accountable. Hate is not accountability. That's two totally different words with two totally different definitions. Accountability is being responsible. It's you admitting to something. It's all about you facing up and owning up to the responsibility that you have. And when you can't do that, people are going to just go ahead and push you to the side. They're going to be like, you know what? Screw that. They're going to be like, screw that. So, it's crazy. But, yeah, I just wanted to chat with y'all for a second. Thank y'all for tuning in. I know it's a little early. But this is, man, the fuck is a goony goo goo. Yeah, man. And you shouldn't feel bad about supporting him. Don't feel bad. Just ask him to be held accountable. Just go to the school. If you are in Wilmington, anyone that's in Wilmington, or if you know someone that lives there, go to the schools and do a tour around the schools. If you have the ability to reach out to Umar, and you one of his supporters, you one of the Umar Tardians, reach out to him and say, we need to schedule a school tour. You want to have a block party, then that's a perfect opportunity for all of your supporters to be able to go inside that school building. So if you're going to do this block party, Umar, we'll show up, but you got to let us in that school. Why is that so hard? That's not hating. That's giving the Umar Tardians some leverage. Go inside the school building. Say, we'll take that block party and we'll take the opportunity to also tour inside the school. Open the buildings up and let people go in and out as they please. How about that? Let people go in and out. Or you can have a time set up for a tour to happen and then we go on a tour. That's all I'm saying. We have a tour. So, that's... Yeah, but child, come on now. Yeah, my son is taking so long. He's such a drama queen. He's such a drama queen. But that's all we're saying. All we're saying is, if you're going to have a block party, Umar, you and the Umar Tardians should go inside the school building too. And release your website. That's all we're saying. You're talking about work is happening. Money is being put to the school. You got James coming into my chat, promising to send me vendor information and they ain't got it. Oh, Lord. James Miller, I hope you know I don't really expect it from you. But I leave that door open because you proved me right and you wrong. You already admitted no school website exists. And the buildings look like crap. You talking about that's not a school bus, but then you don't want to call Umar a liar when it comes to buses. So you understand, I'm like 4-0, James Miller. What's going on, Roxy? Foxy to Roxy. How y'all doing? How y'all doing to the other special one that thinks that, I care. I don't. Seeing my face and all this other stuff is irrelevant. But I still support Shay's lawsuit. I just know how to report and do content and research and report on my channel. Y'all don't need to know his name. That is how insignificant they are. And they shall stay that way as I see fit that they stay that way. You're not important. You're looking for me in comment sections? That's weird. That's cyber stalking. It's not important. It's not important. But yeah, I'm here to pick up my kid, my oldest son. So whatever's happening, I don't know. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. And I will be going live this evening. All right. Talk to you all later. Deuces.